An increase in daily COVID infections. Now the CDC making grim predictions about the trend. The latest still ahead.
A food bank program delivering meals and hope this holiday season. What seniors in the community say the program means to them still ahead.
Live from KSAT 12, the news at noon starts right now.
We start with some late breaking news regarding the race for county judge. After talking about the idea of running, former Mayor Ed Garza confirming he will not run for county judge after all.
Garza confirming that decision with our own Jesse DeGallardo this morning. Garza spoke with Jesse last month about the idea of running for that office, but has decided to remain a trustee in the SAISD.
Former Judge Peter Sakai and State Representative Ina Minhares are among those who have filed to run for that office. The current county judge, Nelson Wolf, announced earlier that he will not seek re-election.
Today is the final day for candidates to file for the March 1st primary.
San Antonio police say a man literally opened the door to trouble. He was shot overnight by someone outside his home on Edison Drive. That's near Fresno and I-10.
As Katrina Weber tells us, that man left the safety of his home in an effort to check on other property, his pickup truck parked outside.
San Antonio police tell us this started with the victim investigating a noise he heard outside, but then ended with him being shot when he couldn't understand the words that he heard coming from the gunman. When police found him around 12:30 this morning, they realized the 36-year-old had suffered 3 gunshot wounds. He told police after he heard what sounded like a noise coming from his truck, he walked outside of his home to take a look. That's when he says he came across a masked man with a gun. Officers at the scene said the gunman demanded to see the victim's son, but the victim didn't speak English and couldn't understand. After the shooting, he was rushed to a hospital in serious condition at the time. Police did a thorough search of this neighborhood, including using their helicopter, but the gunman got away. Reporting from north of downtown, Katrina Weber, KSAT 12 News.
New at noon, investigators hoping to tickle someone's memory in a year-old murder case that killed an Army veteran in his 70s. According to police, someone fired a gun at 27-year-old Bernard Terry, and one of those bullets hit him in the head. It happened back in December of last year near Judson Road and Loop 1604 on the north side. Police tell us 2 cars were caught on surveillance video speeding away from the scene. One vehicle was white or silver. It was a sedan. And the other vehicle was a black or gray car. Officers still have not been able to identify the people in those vehicles. And officers want to crack this case, too. They're looking for these people accused of stealing credit cards, then trying to use them. That's according to police, who say the suspects were seen in surveillance footage trying to use several credit cards at a store near Evans Road and TPC Parkway. Those cards were reported stolen after a series of car burglaries on the north and east sides. Officers say that the suspects also seen driving a stolen SUV at the time. Police found that vehicle later on, but the suspects were nowhere in sight. If you can help police with either one of these cases, call Crime Stoppers. The phone number 210-224-STOP.
Also this noon, still no word on what led up to a shooting that forced a man to go to a West Side hospital. Police say a couple in a vehicle arrived at Methodist Texan Hospital in Balcones Heights around midnight. We're told the victim and the woman who was with him were not cooperating with officers. The man is expected to be okay.
Health experts concerned about the surge of COVID-19 cases nationwide as the Omicron variant continues to spread.
Today, New York State is launching its latest mask mandate, one of the toughest in the country. This, as a new CDC forecast predicts a significant case growth across the country over the next 4 weeks.
ABC's M. Nguyen has the latest.
COVID-19 infections climbing. In the past week, at least 36 states have seen an increase of 10% or more in new daily infections. Officials say the Delta variant still makes up for 99% of infections nationwide, but the Omicron mutation is spreading, now confirmed in at least 29 states. Preliminary data indicates the variant may only cause mild illness, but health experts caution it's too early to tell.
It clearly has a transmission advantage.
A new CDC forecast predicts about 40,000 more people in the U.S. could die from COVID-19 before the end of the year, saying daily deaths are expected to remain stable or have an uncertain trend. Health officials also saying metropolitan areas are seeing a surge in cases, quote, related to gatherings, predicting cases in parts of New York will at least double through December. Starting today, New York's governor implementing a statewide mask mandate until at least mid-January, requiring face coverings to be worn at all indoor public spaces, unless businesses and venues check for proof of vaccination.
This is a crisis of the unvaccinated. Those are the individuals that are 10 times more likely to be in our hospitals. And this is where I get angry. They cannot sustain this any longer.
Health experts continue to stress the importance of getting vaccinated and boosted.
Preliminary data show that when you get a booster, for example, a third shot of an mRNA, it raises the level of protection high enough that it then does do well against the Omicron.
The UK recorded its first death of a patient infected with Omicron, and that variant now makes up 40% of all new cases in London. The British Prime Minister warning they could be facing a, quote, tidal wave of Omicron. M. Wynn, ABC News, Washington.
Some positive changes are on the way, especially for those of you who are impatient. President Joe Biden signing an executive order aimed at saving Americans time and frustration when looking for a broad array of federal services like renewing passports, applying for Social Security benefits, and getting aid after natural disasters. The order is set to reduce the current bureaucratic runaround. As of now, a lot of people have to visit offices, endure long phone calls, or struggle with the delays when it comes to the mail and fax machines while you try to get a hold of federal agencies. And today, Edgewood ISD is hoping to hire more teachers during a job fair this afternoon. It's happening today from 2 until 5 p.m. Just go to the Edgewood Gym. That's over on Eldridge Avenue on the west side. However, those interested need to complete their applications online before the job fair. You can do that at eisd.net/careers. There will be on-the-spot interviews during today's event, so be ready.
When seniors enter retirement, a good amount of them solely rely on their Social Security checks as income. Sometimes, though, those checks aren't enough to cover the groceries. Well, that's where the San Antonio Food Bank is stepping in with its Convoy of Hope. Sarah Costa tells us about a special program that keeps South Texas senior citizens from going hungry during the holiday season.
Food can bring warmth, joy, and can be medicine for the body, especially for those in need. It's why for 15 years, the city of San Antonio has partnered with the San Antonio Food Bank for its Convoy of Hope, a program that delivers thousands of boxes of food to eligible seniors in San Antonio. And those boxes are more crucial than ever during the holiday season and pandemic.
With the price of food rising, a lot of times seniors are going home with less food in their grocery cart, and they're leaning on us a little more.
The trucks are filled with boxes that thousands of area seniors depend on every month. It's part of the San Antonio Food Bank's Project Hope. It's a program that provides free groceries to seniors at city-operated senior centers. God bless y'all. Seniors like Yolanda Singh and her husband, who says life has not been easy for them, and this food helps them out so much.
It means a lot because he's got dementia and I got cancer, and we don't work. We're just living on a tight budget, and I love them so much. God bless them.
This is not the only time the food bank provides these much-needed boxes to seniors, but every month, and today's event involves city council members delivering those boxes just in time for the holidays. I'm Sarah Costa, KSAT 12 News.
Lots of clouds this week. We do have another chance of rain, but it holds off until the weekend. We'll tell you about it and the cold front coming up.
Hey, the Cowboys offense didn't look that good. Their defense ended up saving their bacon, though. Yesterday, highlights coming up.
An effort here in San Antonio aiming to make sure that everyone has a Merry Christmas. How it works and how you can help after the break.
Making sure there are no Christmas trees left without presents underneath them. It's one of the goals of the Blue Santa program.
The effort by San Antonio Police tries to help local children and families in and around San Antonio. Max Massey has a look inside and shows us how you can help out as well.
It's joy. It gives an opportunity to give back.
Officer Alonzo Harden is a member of the San Antonio Police Department, and today he is one of Blue Santa's helpers.
The Blue Santa program is a program that was begun in the 70s consisting of officers giving back to the community. What we do is we work at this warehouse, as you can see, and this is where we make bags for children.
Blue Santa's warehouse is full. Blue Santa delivering everything from basketballs to Barbies, helping thousands and thousands of local children.
Right now, we're over 5,000 kids. By the end, we hope to be a little over 7,000 children that will receive gifts from the Blue Santa.
If you want to help local families this Christmas, there are ways you can still do so. You can donate money, or you can actually donate gifts.
They can go to any substation nearest them, any police substation nearest them at any hours, and we accept any type of donations. They can just come up and just drop them off, and we'll be more than glad to receive them.
As for Officer Harden, this is his 6th year on the Blue Santa team, and he doesn't plan to stop helping anytime soon.
Taking the bags to the families, knocking on the door, and you just see the joy and excitement when they see a police officer standing with gifts. And so that's just a beautiful feeling.
Merry Christmas!
Max Massey, KSAT 12 News.
That's a good-looking Blue Santa.
Yeah, sharp guy.
Yeah.
I guess this is a little warm-up, huh? Ooh,
yeah, Santa's sweating.
More
He'll be
wakes than
sweating by tomorrow.
I've had a lot of people tell me it's hard to get the Christmas spirit with this kind of weather. At least it was cool over the weekend. And we're going to get you some more cool weather next weekend, but in between, a little warm. We're back in the warmth and humidity. The clouds starting to move back in. Temperatures right now in the 60s, but we're going to see 70s and maybe some 80s later this week. The aquifer is up 0.2 of a foot to 663.2, and your pollen count, it's just molds. That's great news. It's a low category. Mountain cedar is out for now. Your forecast is coming up.
It is not as much of a roller coaster this week, I'm hoping.
Going to wonder. Roller coaster is like the most used word.
Well, last week
month.
was like the extreme roller coaster.
It
was like the X Games, of roller coasters.
It's definitely relative, okay? But we'll still be on a little bit of a ride. It just, you're right. It won't be, the big roller coaster. I don't know.
The kind that scare me. Okay.
At any rate, it is going to be warm next couple days. This morning it was chilly, 43 here in San Antonio. We had some 30s in the hill country, but notice it was not as cold as we had previous mornings, and that's because some clouds rolled in, and that helped to keep temperatures up ever so slightly. Kerrville, where it was clear most of the night, got down to 33. And as we zoom out some, you see where the cold stuff was. Up in the hill country, a little warmer, temperatures moderated as you got closer to the coast. This is all due to moisture and cloud cover. Really has a big effect on those temperatures. Time lapse shows the clouds rolling in this morning, and they've stuck with us. We're not going to lose these, and I got to tell you, it's looking like it's going to be a pretty great week. So if you're hoping for a lot of sun this week, doesn't look to be in the cards. Not to say we couldn't see a little bit here and there in the afternoons, but we're going to see a lot of cloud cover. 63 degrees right now. Winds are calm. Dew point is at 38, and you can see our deck of clouds here that continues to kind of stream northward. The edge of those clouds right around Kerrville and Rock Springs, Del Rio, you're seeing sun, and that will have a big bearing on temperatures today. You can see the difference. Kerrville, which started out at 33, is warmer than San Antonio because the sun is out, 65 there. It's 70 in Junction, another place that started in the 30s this morning. These clouds probably will keep temperatures in the mid to upper 60s this afternoon, as long as they stick around, and again, it looks like they will. Dew points trying to rise some, where we still got dew points in the 30s, which is low end. But as you get closer to the coast, you start to notice some dew points in the 50s. That surge of moisture will continue overnight, and that will likely result in some fog and more cloud cover tomorrow. Here are the temperatures over the next 7 days. We mentioned that roller coaster. We're back in the upper 70s Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, actually close to 80, not far away from a record there on Thursday. And then we go back down for the big drop on the roller coaster Saturday and Sunday into the 50s. And it will be cool, it will be cloudy, and it will possibly be damp. We'll talk more about that here in just a second. We do have some showers now right along the coast. These are streaming north, pretty light, and I don't foresee these going much farther north into our area, but there could be a couple sprinkles here or there across our eastern counties. We'll keep an eye on that. And there are more showers as you get over towards Houston. The big picture here, you can see most of the rest of Texas is clear and dealing with some chilly temperatures still. Forecast for the rest of today, 66 degrees for us, down to 62 at 6 p.m. And then holding pretty steady overnight with 60s, and then fog and drizzle developing tomorrow morning. Tomorrow afternoon, a lot of clouds in place. That'll be the case Wednesday. Thursday, frontal boundary tries to get close, may create a shower or two to our north, but this thing stalls out. It's the secondary front, which will come through late Friday night, early Saturday, that is going to pack a punch. It will bring in the colder air. It will bring in a line of showers and storms, I think. And then not only that, the rain's going to persist after the front. So it'll be cool, it'll be cloudy, it'll be windy, but also still damp through much of the day on Saturday, it appears. And these showers may even linger over into Sunday before they finally move out. So here's how it looks in the 7-day forecast. 76 tomorrow, 79 on Wednesday, as we showed you. Some fog and drizzle in the morning. Breezy Thursday and Friday and warm. And then temperatures plummet there on Saturday behind the front. Windy will start off in the 60s, but probably fall into the 50s. And a good chance for rain both Saturday and even into Sunday, guys.
Oh, yeah. Okay, there's the roller coaster. We knew it would show up at some point this week.
It's back, yeah.
You use a lot of those roller coaster terms. Plummet.
Yeah. We need to come up with
up and down.
Yeah.
Speaking of up and down, the Texans were as good as the Cowboys in one category yesterday. We'll have that for you coming up. And the Spurs with a solid victory over New Orleans on the back end of a back-to-back, no less.
Pro football coverage, powered by Davis Law Firm.
Dallas Cowboys taking on division rival Washington, winners of 4 straight, trying to cool them off. A big NFC East rivalry game. First quarter, 3-0 Dallas. Dak Prescott hits Amari Cooper in the end zone. That's a 7-yard score. Ezekiel Elliott scores on the 2-point conversion. And it is the 11-0 Cowboys into the first quarter. 4th and 3 for Washington at midfield. Michael Parsons with the rush and just nails Taylor Heineke. That's a fumble scoop from Dorrance Armstrong, 37 yards. It's 18-0 after one quarter. Cowboys had 2 field goals in the second quarter, lead 24-0 at halftime. Officially, Washington had -7 passing, 2 completions, and 36 yards rushing. Third quarter, Heineke throws to Cam Sims. How about this catch? 43-yard touchdown, even though Trayvon Diggs had a hand in the middle of all that. Still a nice catch to get the 2-pointer. 24-8, Cowboys fourth quarter. Kyle Allen, after Heineke beat up, getting sacked so much. Jonathan Williams from the yard out is 27-14. Then this one, Dak rolling out, throws the interception that turns into a pick 6. That's not good. And then it's Allen in for Heineke, and that's a fumble. And that's a Cowboys recovery, and everything's good. Cowboys go on to win this thing, barely, 27-20. They're now 9-4. All right, so next week it's the New York Giants on the road again. After Washington was on the road yesterday, now they got the Giants on the road next week. But they're handling that NFC East like they should. The Texans are back to Davis Mills as their starting quarterback. Talk about a challenge facing Russell Wilson and the visiting Seahawks. They opened the roof at NRG Stadium. Houston finishing off a nice drive. Mills to Brevin Jordan for the 5-yard touchdown. See, Texas scored 1 touchdown on offense, and so did the Cowboys. That was it. That's how they were equal. Last play of the first quarter, Rashad Penny, 32 yards. And Seattle's up 10-7. Second quarter, Russell Wilson with Tyler Lockett at the other end. That's a nice 55-yard catch in the end zone. Seahawks lead 16-13 at half. Fourth quarter, 19-13 Seattle. Wilson finds Gerald Everett for the touchdown, or was it? Yeah, look at that knee stay off the ground, and the elbow and ball. Yeah, it all worked. 2-point conversion, good. Texans offense fails to score in the second half for the 3rd game in a row. 6th time it happened this season. So here's your final. It's 33-13. Houston now 2-11. You may be surprised to hear how Mills described today's game, considering the Texans are 1-6 playing at home. Wasn't too bad. All right, so next Sunday they got the Jaguars, who are just as bad as the Texans. So maybe that'll work out in the Texans' favor. We'll have to wait and see. Hey, the Spurs playing back-to-back after losing to the Nuggets Saturday. Last night, it was the Pelicans in the AT&T Center. Pelicans not that good so far this year. DeJounte Murray to Jakob Poeltl. Gets that screen. That's nice. And then there's Lonnie Walker after all that great ball movement. But look at that spin by Derek White right to the hole. And then there's a nice pass. Look at Pirtle with the slam down the lane from DeJounte Murray and Doug McDermott for the big three. Spurs are running away with this thing. However, the Pelicans were able to come back and keep it kind of tight. All right, let's go to the third quarter. Derek White pushing the pace, bounce pass, Pirtle, another slam. How about some more precise ball movements? Keldon in the corner for the three. Boom, there you go. A little later, Keldon again from behind the arc. Yep, no problem. Pelicans keep it close, though. It's a one-point game going into the fourth. White on the attack. That's a 7-0 run to start the quarter. Spurs up 8. Spurs sharing the ball. Trey Jones from the corner. Believe it or not, that Trey Jones' first 3 of the year. Spurs up 11. Derek White along the baseline. Look at that spin. Looks like that cycle on your washing machine. And then Pirtle with a little push shot. He had 24. Derek White had 24. Spurs, team high 6 in double figures. Here's the scoreboard for you. 112-97, San Antonio. So San Antonio on this 5-game homestand, they still have one left. They are 2-2 on the homestand. So they like to get Charlotte on Wednesday and see if they can have a better record on the homestand.
I thought the fourth quarter especially, we were just playing very unselfish and seemed like we got everything we wanted just because we were moving the ball.
Moving the ball, getting good shots. I mean, we didn't shoot it great, but just continue to get good looks, be aggressive, and finish it around the hoop.
Aggressive on offense, especially in those pick and roll situations. We didn't hesitate. Derek and DJ were attacking him pretty hard, and then I was trying to be aggressive in my roles and getting to the rim.
Oh, come on, Jakob. You can admit it. You were attacking pretty hard, too. 24 for Jakob last night. There it is. Charlotte on Wednesday. And then Friday, they're at the Utah Jazz. And then they go on to Sacramento on Sunday. So another little road trip for them coming up. So you need that win before you leave town.
Great game.
So now you're into them.
Well, that's the kind of game I want to watch.
There you go.
For sure. The founder of a local nonprofit is gearing up for a big old toy drive. It's happening this weekend. How you can donate to the cause coming up in the next half hour. After a weekend of severe tornadoes that ripped through parts of the Midwest, communities are beginning to take action. Mayfield, Kentucky, where the most severe damage occurred, now the location of a massive volunteer effort. ABC's Ike Ajachi has more from there.
Today, distressing images from above. This drone video showing the aftermath of the devastating tornado outbreak. So far, a reported 40 tornadoes ripping through 9 states, the most severe leaving a trail of rubble more than 200 miles long. The death toll climbing to 78 lives lost in 5 states. The tragic stories of loss, unimaginable. In Edwardsville, Illinois, winds stripping the roof off this Amazon warehouse, killing 6 people. Justice Verdin's father, Larry, was one of them.
And I said, no, my dad's coming home. I said, I need my daddy. He can't leave.
In Mayfield, Kentucky, one of the worst hit areas, families coming to terms with what they have left.
We lost everything. We lost our home. We lost all of our vehicles, all of our belongings. We basically have nothing.
As the dust settles, the recovery efforts begin. Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear in constant contact with state resources.
We put one foot in front of the other, make sure we have the inertia, and we'll rebuild. There's going to be grief. There's going to be cleanup.
The Biden administration deploying federal resources to the area. So far, over 50 generators provided, 30,000 meals, almost 12,000 gallons of water, along with several cots, blankets, and medical equipment. Still, scores of volunteers pouring into the town of Mayfield, armed with tools, their bare hands, and of course, compassion.
We have to rely on our faith.
And rely on one another.
And rely on one another. And we will get through this. This town is small, but it's mighty.
Now, Kentucky hospitals have been pushed to the brink. They're currently in desperate need of blood donations, and people from all over the region have been traveling to answer the call. Ike Ajachi, ABC News, Mayfield, Kentucky.
Absolutely incredible.
And they had 30 minutes advance warning, 15 minutes advance warning.
Yeah, there was advanced warning with those tornadoes, but man, when something is that strong and that powerful, it's just still going to do an incredible amount of damage, and that's exactly what we saw there. We're going to study this for some time, meteorologists will. It is not completely rare to see tornadoes in December, by the way. It's just to see that strong of a tornado come through there and the path being that long this time of year, well, it is rare. So again, something we'll study for some time, and they'll be doing surveys to figure out just how strong that tornado and some of those other tornadoes were. For us, dealing with a lot of cloud cover, a few showers out there too, right along the coast. Seeing some of those showers moving south to north into Texas at this point, but not really towards San Antonio. We're not expecting much rain today, but there could be a few showers. Cuero to Howattsville, Victoria to Goliad. This is going to be light. It's not going to add up to much, but we are noticing that on the radar. Temperatures are mild, 66 Stinson, 68 hello to 63 at the airport. With this cloud cover, it'll keep temperatures pretty steady today. I think we'll climb maybe another 3, maybe 4 degrees before it's all said and done. And where we're seeing the sun, it is actually a little bit warmer up there in places like Junction. Lots of clouds today, more humidity throughout the rest of the week. Cloudy and warm. It's Saturday where we start to see changes yet again. Strong cold front, and that means some rain in the forecast too. Again, forecast for us today, 66 your high temperature, mostly cloudy skies, east-southeasterly winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Guys.
Thank you, Justin. Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi could keep her position a while longer. CNN reporting that the 81-year-old plans to stay put through the midterm elections. That would extend her nearly 2-decade role as the top Democrat in the House. According to CNN, some insiders say Pelosi may even consider keeping her leadership role after 2022.
Vice President Kamala Harris announcing her first root causes action in addressing the explosion of immigration on the border. Harris says that she has secured $1.2 billion in economic commitments for Central American countries from companies all around the world. In May, Harris appealed to the private sector to invest in El Salvador, Guatemala, and Honduras in an effort to improve economic stability and an opportunity for those countries. The vice president tapped by President Joe Biden to work to counter the social, economic, and political forces that motivate migrants and asylum seekers to cross the U.S. border, many times illegally. There are now 60 finalists for $1 billion in economic development grants. That money tied to the Biden administration's coronavirus relief package. There were 529 applicants for those grants. The government ultimately will choose 20 to 30 regional coalitions for up to $100 million in grants that could shape manufacturing, clean energy, and life sciences hubs all around the country. 12 of the finalists announced are from places tied to the coal industry. The finalists are often coalitions made up of government, academic, and economic partnerships.
Now to the battle to contain Omicron, with more than half the states in our country with cases confirmed. The UK now sounding the alarm of just how serious the variant is, raising its COVID alert to the second highest level, while the Prime Minister warns of a, quote, tidal wave of Omicron cases coming. ABC's Maggie Rulli is in London with more.
The Prime Minister here is not holding back with that blunt warning, saying no one should be in any doubt there is a tidal wave of Omicron coming. Now, already here in the UK, we're seeing cases of the new variant double every 2 to 3 days. And the COVID alert level has now been raised to 4. That's the second highest. In response, the Prime Minister is rolling out an emergency booster plan, telling everyone it's now clear a third shot is needed to fight this virus.
We can all bring our level of protection back up.
We're seeing this race against the variants play out across Europe. In Austria, there is now a strict lockdown for the unvaccinated. And if you haven't gotten the shot, you're not allowed to leave your home except for essential reasons. Starting February 1st, vaccines there will be mandatory for anyone over the age of 14. But guys, there is some good news here. Study after study is showing a third dose of the vaccine is significantly proven to increase protection against Omicron. The Prime Minister here even calling it a wall of vaccine protection. Maggie Rulli, ABC News, London.
Still coming up, Steven Spielberg's remake of an iconic musical missed projections at the box office, but the debut was enough to edge out the competition. We'll find out and look at the box office rankings coming up.
A local reverend says he's continuing his mother's legacy by giving back to the community. How his efforts are going to help brighten the holiday season for some kids.
This is your daily tech and business briefing from Cheddar News. SiriusXM undergoing some leadership changes. This as they hire their new Chief Product and Technology Officer, Joe Inzerillo. He was formerly Disney's Chief Tech Officer as well as an Executive VP and was one of the key figures behind the highly successful launch of Disney+. Meanwhile, Peloton letting users know that their home equipment can in fact be healthy for your body. Contrary to what happens in Sex and the City's reboot, now a spoiler ahead, the company put out a response on Twitter with actor Chris Noth, aka Mr. Big, and his Peloton instructor discussing going on another ride. This comes after he died on the new show following a Peloton class, which led to Peloton's real-life stock falling last week. And a Dutch climate activist is targeting Exxon with a shareholder resolution. The group followed this, asking Exxon to increase their plans to reduce carbon emissions. This comes just ahead of Exxon's 2022 annual general meeting and urges the oil giant to publish more targets to reduce greenhouse gas emissions. That in line with the UN's goal of limiting global warming to below the 2 degrees Celsius mark. And that's Cheddar News, Business and Tech Update. I'm Baker Machado coming to you from Cheddar Studios in Lower Manhattan.
A local reverend honoring his mother by continuing her legacy of giving back to the community this holiday season.
The founder of the nonprofit Gospel Vision Music Ministries is hosting the 16th annual Christmas toy drive this weekend and is asking for your help to make sure children have gifts on Christmas morning.
Tiffany Huertas has more on the toy drive and the inspiration behind all of it.
We're looking for Barbie dolls, bikes, Tonka trucks, remote control.
Reverend James Robinson, the founder of the nonprofit Gospel Vision Music Ministries, is getting ready for this weekend's Christmas toy drive.
San Antonio Police Officers Association has donated bikes. Also, the San Antonio Black Police Officers Association has donated bikes.
Robinson hosts different events throughout the year to help those in need and says he's continuing his mother's legacy by giving back to his community. My
mom, Mama Boone, who fed the homeless for 50 years under the I-35 Durango Bridge, and before she passed away, I started my own ministry, and God has just took it from one level to the next.
This event gets bigger and bigger every year. Last year, they collected 1,800 toys, and this year, they hope to exceed that number.
But I didn't do this by myself. It was a team effort.
We've been going through COVID and the many trials that comes with that. So it's good to see people excited again.
People can donate toys at the Little Fish Factory restaurant on WW White Road until Friday.
Whatever that community can help us with to be a blessing to the San Antonio community kids, we gladly appreciate it.
Tiffany Huertas, KSAT 12 News.
Good bicycle riding weather.
Yeah.
These days. So get a bike for Christmas and you're in good shape.
I gotta say this, I wrapped all my Christmas presents this weekend while it was cold because I knew this warm up was
So
going to happen.
It felt more like Christmas.
It did at my house.
In order to wrap presents, it's got to
I
be
had
cold
I
outside.
had the fireplace going, the Christmas music, you know.
That's fair. It's fair. You know, it was just this weekend, right? I mean, we had temperatures near freezing Sunday morning. Now we've kind of flipped back to some warmer weather. 63 so far today, 43 was the low. This is pretty close to average, but we can be just about anywhere this time of year. 83 is the record high set back in 1896, and 19 is a record low set back in 1966. We will get some colder weather by the weekend, some more rain chances. We'll talk about it coming up.
So did you get everything wrapped?
I did, and I'm sure you did as well.
Oh, yeah. You know, I was right
You've
there in
already
the fireplace and the football and the Hallmark movies.
I think he's
Wrapping
fibbing.
gifts.
What do you think?
Well, there was
Justin?
Hallmark movies on. I won't fib about that. I will get in all kind of trouble if I start fibbing about that.
You know all of the Hallmark movies, right?
Not all of them.
Well, his wife is watching them all. He just happens to be in the room.
Don't change the channel, David. Don't do it.
Don't do it.
I'm not allowed to have the remote during Hallmark movies.
Yep.
Serenity in the home is far more important.
'Tis the season, though, for Hallmark movies. And we would like to see some cooler weather, right? And get us more in the Christmas spirit. It's not looking great, at least not this week. And we look back at the average first freeze. We've shown this graphic a couple times, but it's worth showing again because technically we still have not hit freezing here in San Antonio. We got to 34, down to 34 this weekend at the airport. Outlying areas certainly did, and if you're north of San Antonio, you've had a freeze. South of San Antonio, generally speaking, we have yet to see one, so we're a little bit behind schedule. There are no freezes in the forecast, at least in the 7-day forecast going forward. So we'll see how the rest of December plays out. Outside right now, we've got cloudy skies, 63, 66 at Stinson, 63 at Kelly. Not a lot of wind out there. And we're seeing dew points sit right there in the 40s. Moisture's trying to rise a little bit. 64 in New Braunfels, 61 Canyon Lake, 66 in Castroville. You get up towards Fredericksburg and Junction. There's some sun up there, so that's boosting temperatures for them after starting off in the 30s this morning. It's 70 in Junction. Looking at the dew points, we've still got some low numbers here around San Antonio, but you see some of the surrounding areas trying to jump up here. Gonzales has a dew point of 49, Beeville 56, and you notice some 60s along the coast. So this moisture is very slowly easing into the area, and it will be quite a bit more humid going forward. With this added humidity by tomorrow morning, I think we're going to see some drizzle and fog, so be prepared for sort of a damp morning commute. We'll probably see that again Wednesday morning too. And a lot of cloud cover. Those clouds really aren't going anywhere. It will be a gray week. And you look across the state, still really dry as you get up in the Texas Panhandle. So this moisture's kind of taking its time here, surging back in. But it will, and it will pick up steam a little bit tonight. Looking at the radar and satellite, some showers that have developed closer to the coast, those are moving north and generally east of San Antonio. But there could be some sprinkles, some light showers, places like Victoria, Hallettsville, over towards Cuero, and then as you get over towards Houston, a little bit damp today. There's a little closer look there. And some of these showers, they're having a hard time holding together, but maybe around Cuero here next couple of hours, you could see some light rain. Forecast here in San Antonio, 66 this afternoon. And then we fall off into the 60s tonight. Temperatures will hold steady overnight thanks to the cloud cover, and then that drizzle and fog kicks in tomorrow. This is around 6 p.m. tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening. You'll notice that we're still in the cloud cover, and the clouds, again, stay with us most of the week. First front approaches on Thursday, does not move through, may produce a shower or two. It's the second front that comes through. Looks like early on Saturday that really is going to cool us down and bring some gusty winds, and we'll get some rain probably right behind it. Some showers and storms, but then an upper level storm system moves in. We get some overrunning, and Saturday I think it's going to be one of those days where it's cool, it's damp, it's cloudy and windy, and it's just going to feel a little bit more like winter, I think. That'll be the case Sunday too, as the rain continues for the area. So 70s this week, if not close to 80 Wednesday, Thursday. It gets fairly warm and humid, and then that front comes through and changes everything. 50s on Saturday with a 60% chance of rain, and some low 50s on Sunday with a decent chance too. So that's when the pattern changes again. It will be this weekend, guys.
Thank you, Justin.
Be another weekend for wrapping gifts.
There you go. Was West Side Story able to dance its way to the top of the box office? We're going to take a look at your weekend's top 5 films after the break.
Check out the weekend box office. West Side Story debuted with a $10.5 million intake. That's well below expectations, though, but it was enough to claim the weekend crown. After 2 weekends on the top spot, Encanto fell to second, but $9.4 million gave the animated musical a domestic total of $71 million. Ghostbusters Afterlife took third, $7.1 million, reaching $112 million domestically. House of Gucci fell to fourth with a fashionable $4.1 million. And Eternals made $3.1 million for fifth place and a domestic total of $161 million.
The always fashionable SA Live crew getting set. I have a feeling they're going to be talking Christmas, maybe.
Yes, you know what? Get ready to win big because our 12 Days of Christmas giveaway continues with day 8. That means you're going to win 8 prizes today.
Prizes. All right, our dear friend Christy Cuthbert, there's so much going on. Last week of school, and then the kids are off for a long time, and you have got some great tips, but for these last couple of days before Christmas, neat little way to kind of spruce up the lunchbox, right?
Yeah, add a little bit of holiday cheer in with their sandwich and carrots with these little tiny printable holiday memes.
I love that. That one's Elf with Winter Break, and let's see, Christmas cookies. Nope, haven't seen any Christmas cookies. She has got some great ideas that won't break the bank either.
And we are getting some festive DIY ideas from artist, teacher, author, and mom, Amy Lotta from Amy Lotta Creations.
All right, you saw the forecast for the weekend. Need some soup, and Trina Cortez. La Familia Cortez is here, and what are we going to be doing?
Yeah, so I'm going to show y'all a little bit about our tortilla soup, our tomatillo sauce, our pozole base that we have at HEB. So take me, get it home with you.
All right.
Nice and simple to do, and it's going to taste good this weekend.
And you've probably seen, I've seen some of them on social media already, folks, Christmas cards or your Christmas post with your family. Let us see those at SA Live KSAT on Facebook and Twitter. We'd love to see those Christmas card pictures.
That and a whole lot more. Can you believe Christmas is less than 2 weeks away?
Stop it!
I know.